Hey everyone, welcome to this week's edition of the News About the News, where I pick 5 Disney Park news stories from the past week that I think are worth talking about, that you need to know about, and hopefully share something that maybe you haven't heard. And as you can see, I am spotlighting Magic Kingdom's fall decor today as we walk and talk, because we only have a few more days left with the Mickey Pumpkins before Christmas completely takes over. But I do have a little warning for you concerning today's video. I am leaving for Walt Disney World as we speak for a little work and a little leisure. So I'm gonna move quick through this week's roundup so I can get this uploaded for you and catch my flight. And wouldn't you know it, that is exactly what this week's first news story is about: a new flight. In recent days, we got the amazing news that Epcot and Disney California Adventure are getting a new version of Soarin', which is called Soarin' Across America. I dug into all the details about this new ride film in a different video, but the gist is Disney is filming various locations across the US, both cities and natural landscapes, and there will be at least 13 locations. I'm hoping for more, we'll have to see. We also got an incredible announcement video courtesy of Patrick Warburton, who is Soarin's famous chief flight attendant. But this new version of this beloved ride is not the whole story. It's actually part of a bigger initiative, and that is my second news story for this week, which is Disney is kicking off Disney Celebrates America to commemorate the nation's 250th anniversary. Beginning Veterans Day of this year, which is literally just a few days away, and ending/culminating on July 4th, 2026, this initiative is going to be company-wide and involves support for veterans and active military, TV and streaming specials, new merchandise collections, and so much more. But within the announcement, there were 2 particular details or notes that really caught my attention and I wanted to point out to you. The first is that ABC is going to present a 2-hour special in June of next year, which is described as a journey through the heart of our nation, where the real-life spirit of iconic locales like New Orleans and the American frontier come alive through the beloved lands of Disney parks, connecting audiences to this extraordinary people, places, history, and traditions that make America unique. So it sounds like the parks are going to be getting some attention, some promotion. And from the sound of this, especially the mention of the American frontier, could this be when we get more news about Cars Land and Magic Kingdom's Frontierland? I think that's a definite possibility. And 2, the celebration will culminate on the 4th of July with a 24-hour multi-platform broadcast called Disney Celebrates America for the 250th anniversary. There will be events across all of Disney's networks and streaming platforms, but all will end with a special evening fireworks broadcast from Walt Disney World and the Disneyland Resort. Now, I am a fan of pretty much all of this. It reminds me of the 90s when there was a televised Disney Parks parade for almost every holiday, not just Christmas. They're actually on YouTube and definitely worth watching. In fact, my family watches the old 4th of July specials every 4th of July. So this coming year will be the first time in decades it will actually be current. And this is also reminiscent of Disney's bicentennial celebration from the 70s at the parks, which was iconic and still talked about and referenced today. So this feels like old school Disney to me. And with Disney at the helm of the celebration, I think America's 250th could get that nationwide participation. Now, I do get that some are saying this may be a response to the Walt Disney Company getting backlash for seemingly being anti-American, unpatriotic, and it could be an effort to broaden the base once again, and that very well might be the case. But the reasons don't really bother me. I'm just thrilled Disney is doing something like this once more and helping the nation come together to celebrate something. Our next story this week, I don't have a ton of information on just yet, but what I have seen is just too good not to share, and I'm curious what you think. So Disney has been doing drone show tests over Golden Oak Ranch in Santa Clarita, California, and they are really impressive. It sounds like certain show tests have focused or included various Disney characters. I have included clips from various postings online for you to see. Now, even though we don't know much about this test or what parks it might be for, I want to know your theories. What do you think is going on with this? What is Disney up to? And when do you think we'll see this at the stateside parks? Do let me know in the comments. Our fourth story for the week is new upgrades for Jollywood Nights at Disney's Hollywood Studios. In case you weren't already aware, Jollywood Nights is a hard ticket Christmas event at Disney's Hollywood Studios, and Disney has added new elements to this party since it kicked off, I want to say 3 years ago now. But this year, to elevate the party once more, Disney is rolling out a ridiculous amount of food. We're talking 35 new items. So best of luck to the food vloggers out there. You're gonna need it. Also, Disney announced more characters for attendees to meet at the party, including Miguel from Coco, Partysaurus Rex, who also made his debut at Disney California Adventure this year, Bing Bong from Inside Out, and Chewbacca in Galaxy's Edge. However, this version of Chewie is celebrating Life Day from the Star Wars Holiday Special. So meeting Chewie in Galaxy's Edge during the party will be a different experience than when you encounter him at Galaxy's Edge during the day. Disney also previewed merchandise for Jollywood, much of which featured Ollie, the event's mascot that Disney made and really wants to make popular. I'm all for an original parks character, but if Disney wants to make Ollie a thing, don't you think we need a walk-around character of him? Our fifth and final story of the day is also one of my favorites of this week, and it's the first look we got of that new popcorn snack stand Disney is building in Toy Story Land at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Construction walls in this land have raised some questions and some speculation, but now we know that it was for a much needed additional snack spot. In the past few days, the stand has begun to appear above the construction walls, and we now know it is a giant popcorn box with what appears to be 2 walk-up windows. And Andy has scribbled on the side that it's also going to offer snacks, not just popcorn. And I think I speak for all of us when I say I hope Disney really swings for the fences with popcorn flavors and some creative snacks for this new edition. When Roundup Rodeo Barbecue opened a few years ago, I remember Imagineers told me that they tried to incorporate story threads throughout the entire land, restaurants, bathrooms, attractions included. And it is worth noting that that restaurant has a box of popcorn as one of its walls or sections. So I'm wondering if the in-universe brand of popcorn in the restaurant is what we're going to see at this popcorn stand. We'll have to wait until the walls come down to find out. There is no opening date for this stand, by the way, nor is there a confirmed menu, but I would imagine we would hear about both relatively soon, especially as it becomes more visible. One quick bonus story before I let you go. Disney released new information about 2026 Epcot International Festival of the Arts, which is personally my favorite festival. And this year, it is going to span 39 days, and it'll begin on January 16th of 2026 and end on February 23rd. So there you have it. That is my 5 curated news stories from this week. But now it's your turn. What do you think about Toy Story Land getting a new snack stand? Are you going to Jollywood Nights this year? Is there such a thing as too much food? And are you as excited as I am for Soarin' Across America? Please leave a comment and let me know. And if you enjoyed today's video, please do hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Since I'll be at the parks for the next week, my goal is to share some shorts when possible And I do have a video about a topic I've been wanting to dive into for a while that is set to post in the coming days. So be on the lookout for that. But regardless, thank you for taking the time to watch, and I hope you have a magical day.